Hi, welcome to another episode of Middle Class Mindset. My name is Starsky Inspires. If you're familiar with this channel, you know we're always talking about things that help you to find your work and help you to stick and to create a plan. Today, we're going to be talking about how to be thankful. How to be thankful. A subject matter that many people will hear this and instantly you would think, well, that's not really important. I'm on my grind, I'm on my hustle, I'm doing my thing, But being thankful is something that is so powerful and it's something that is so devalued that people will skip over this, running to something else, only to find out that this was one of the things that you should always take along with you. You should always have Thanksgiving in your toolkit of success as you're progressing along, because at some point in time, you're going to have to come back to that word thankfulness or gratefulness. I got 10 tips for you that I wrote down some notes here. So don't get me wrong, I ain't never talking off the cuff. I've always have a a lesson prepared. So when you see me looking down, I'm kind of looking at my notes so I can kind of remember what I wrote down. So we're talking about how to be thankful. There's power in that thing called being thankful, right? Being thankful is something that once I get into it and I'm gonna elaborate on my different points, that you're gonna start seeing like something's gonna be like an aha moment, like, oh, okay, I never seen it that way. So hey, just keep an open mind. And as we going through this, I know you're gonna get value from it. All right, let's get started. Number one, in order to know how to be thankful, the first thing you need to do, which is say you need to keep a gratitude journal, a physical gratitude journal. I'm sorry that I should have my journal right here in this video, but you should have a gratitude journal. You should have some way of documenting, even on flashcards, something that you are thankful for in reference to the day that you have just waken up to. So when you wake up in the morning, as you're brushing your teeth and you're doing your certain cosmetics, get you a journal or some flashcards and write down what you are grateful for. At the start of your day, write down, what am I grateful for? The value in this is that writing down three things you are thankful for every day, no matter how small or big they may seem, will greatly impact the feeling, the mindset of your day. If I wake up every single morning and I journal or I write on a flashcard or I text myself or email myself something that I am, say, if I wake up and I say, I am so grateful to have breath in my body. Now, most people, when you're on the go and you're on the hustle and you're trying to make your way to success, we take for granted the fact that, listen, dead people cannot become CEOs or millionaires. Dead people cannot own land or own houses or have money. I know that sounds very weird and facetious to say that, but we never think that to wake up and just something as simple as, I am so grateful that I woke up on this side of the sunshine. I woke up above ground and not below it. To wake up every day and write down three things that you're thankful for. This will really set the tone for your day, because we all know that when you begin to get into your day, there's always 99 problems that you're going to have to deal with throughout the day. The day is filled with trouble. But if you already establish what you are thankful for, it will give you a baseline within yourself of things to really put more of a focus on and things to put less of a focus on. I'll put more focus on the fact that, yeah, my job may be hard, but I am more thankful that I have the strength to do it. That my job provides an income that helps to support my lifestyle and my family and different things like that. It may not be millionaire income right now, but I'm so thankful that I can pay my bills. I got a roof over my head. I can buy food. That even though there's a lot of things going on in the marketplace, I actually still can afford a lot of the things that's out there. But you got to find your three things. So the first one, keep a gratitude journal or flashcards. When you first wake up in the morning, write down three things that you are thankful for concerning your life or the people around you or your loved ones or just something that you are grateful for. All right. Number two, I want you to focus on the present, right? So, as creators, as success driven people, as productive people, as focused people, as disciplined people, people who have great habits, people who have achieved a lot, the hardest thing that many of us have to do, because sometimes people are so futuristic thinking that they have a problem with being in the present. If you understand how we are inundated so much on social media, you will quickly understand that being in the present, you have to actually fight to be in the present because there's always something that wants your attention. All right, let me get to my notes before I make another point. Okay, we often get caught up in thinking about the past or the future, which I just said, and forget to appreciate what we have right now. Focusing on the present is appreciating what you have right now. Good or bad, it's appreciating what you have right now. So you see how that correlates with number one? If you're waking up in the morning and you write down three things that you're thankful for, then you're in a present moment and you are appreciating what you have right now. Now understand, you may be experiencing difficult times, you may be experiencing maybe some trauma, you may be experiencing depression or some low self-esteem or something like that. But don't forget to appreciate what you have right now. One of my key go tos, and I'm going back to this, one of my key go tos, whenever I can't find anything to be thankful for, I always, as a rule to myself, I am so thankful that I have breath in my body. That's the baseline, the bedrock of what I go to every single time. Why? Because I understand that quickly helps me to understand that people who are below the dirt, who are considered a corpse, dead, there is nothing that they can do to fix anything. Their time has ended and there's nothing that they can do. So if I am above the ground, if I still have breath in my body, I still can find a way to make things a little better. So you want to focus on the present moment. You don't want to be like people who's always trying to chase somebody else's success. The biggest problem I have here on Middle Class Mindset is that there is so much information talking more about the rich class or the wealthy class, or it's talking about, the things going on in poverty class, that the middle class people are not given our due honor. Maybe, yeah, they may give us like an honorable mention, but they don't understand that middle class people have to be celebrated for just the simple fact that it's middle class people. No matter how much you get paid, if you're not the CEO, you are in working class. That there's people at these big companies who have joined the vision and they're helping with their efforts to push the vision forward. Now, the person on top and the shareholders may get credit, but it's these common people who are pushing the vision forward. So you want to focus on the present. You want to be appreciative of where you are right now, because the truth of the matter is it could be a lot worse. it could be a lot worse. If you go into different countries and different situations and different towns, you'll realize that maybe your situation is not as bad as you think. You're getting better every day. All right. You feel me? Number three, we want to practice mindfulness. What this means in my notes that I said, be fully present in the moment and observe your surroundings, thoughts, emotions with curiosity and non judgment. Being in a present moment, see how it's connecting? I tried to make it connect. I tried to seem to really get a wise feeling about it. But so anyway, I mean, I thought it was cool when I did, and I hope that you catching those correlations. Okay, practicing mindfulness. Be fully in the moment and observe your surroundings. Right. The reason why all of this is thankfulness. Now, all of this is thankfulness. When you are mindful, you are fully in that present moment. When you're fully in that present moment, now you can start observing your surroundings. Why is that important? When a person is bogged down with whatever happened yesterday and they are so in a dissatisfactory position or mindset, they are so in dissatisfaction that you want to get out of this situation and you want to do some better job, better money, all that type of thing like that. When you're not in a fully in a present moment and you're not observing in that moment, you have missed a lot of benefits and opportunities that's right at your fingertips. Right at your fingertips. People will run past immediately opportunities that are right at your fingertips to go and jump on another idea that somebody is hyping online. Oh man, you can make this amount of money, man, just being this. It's like, okay, yeah, that may or may not be true, but why would you run after a wish when you got something actually tangible right here at your fingertips that you have not used, that you have not really observed, that you have really not put your hands to see the value that is actually there? We run past our neighborhood to go and save another neighborhood. Man, isn't that funny how humans do that? You know what I'm saying? See, one thing I'm trying to get you to see when it comes to the power in being thankful, how to be thankful, is that Thanksgiving clears the palate of your mind and your emotions. When you are thankful, Thanksgiving is like rinsing your mind from whatever happened yesterday, and it also rinses your mind from salivating about the future. It puts you at a place where you can just really just take that breath and say, you know what? I've come a lot farther than I was before, and I can be thankful about that. Thanksgiving keeps the heart tender. Because if you look at a lot of CEOs and a lot of people who get a lot of fame and different things like that, look at their heart condition. Man, they are cold hearted. They will stab you over a dollar. They will cheat you. They will lie. They will scheme. Why? Because they're not thankful. It's funny how people will post on the fact of what you deserve, but not post on the fact of the matter is you are above ground and there is something that is giving you life to be above ground. And it wasn't your bootstraps that got you this breath that's in your body. So when you remember to be thankful, you keep your heart tender. When you keep your heart tender, now you can observe that present moment that you in, and maybe there are some little nuggets there that you can use that will help open the door to your next level. Right? I hope at some point in time, as you're listening to me with this, I hope you haven't clicked off because everything that I'm saying is about sober wealth. Getting rich soberly. Don't be drunk on fame. Don't be drunk on fortune. Don't be drunk on all that stuff that they try to feed into you, but they never give you anything that keeps the heart tender, that keeps you a giver, that keeps you a friend, that keeps you full of wisdom, something that goes beyond money. Number 4, express gratitude to others. All right. This is how you become thankful. Express your gratitude to others. One of the major things that helps you to feel a sense of community and connection is your ability to give roses, to give honor to people that is due. That is due. If your manager uh, did something, even though he was probably rough to deal with, in the past, whatever, if he did something, even in the smallest, that made your situation just a little bit better, that was a little bit of flicker of light in your darkness, express your gratitude even for that small thing. Express your gratitude. What I wrote in my notes, I said, tell people that you appreciate them and their actions. Send them a note or give them a small gift. This is being thankful. If you want to know how to be thankful, these are the tips to really stir that thing up inside you called Thanksgiving. You know something that's not in my notes that's so interesting. Many times people have gotten jobs and have gotten lofty positions simply for the fact that people just like being around them. They like their personality, they like their character, they like their charisma, and they hired them simply because they had something inside that brought a candle in a dark place. See, Thanksgiving for many people, will open up some doors for you that even your experience and your arrogance won't. All right. Number 5, find find the positive in the negative. Like all of these things are just interconnected. Find the positive in the negative. Look for the silver lining in a difficult situation and focus on what you can learn from it. Find the silver lining. Now, let me balance this out. Finding the positive and negative. That doesn't mean that you walk around with this cheery cheerleader attitude. If you hit your knee on the side of the desk, you're just laughing. Whatever hurts, right? Let that hurt. Being positive and negative means that you acknowledge the fact that that situation was negative, but what you're going to do positively is not let it stop you. All right? Not let it stop your momentum. Being positive in a negative situation is not the smiliest person and the most naive person that you can be, where you try to keep peace by being passive aggressive. That's not positive and negative. That's not what I'm talking about in these notes. That's not what, please. When you hear that, I'm not thinking that at all. I'm not thinking that at all, because what hurts hurts. If somebody was rude to you, if somebody disrespected you, if somebody belittled you, if somebody shortcutted you or cheated you or did something like that, what hurts hurts. Being positive is your ability to realize that this person that lied and that stole from me, they're going to do it again, because it's obvious they haven't changed. In order for me to make this positive, what I'm going to do, first of all, I'm going to watch out for that person. And then I'm going to try not to allow myself to be vulnerable towards that person in this regard, so it won't hinder me again. Because if this person stole this amount of money from me, oh my God, it's in them to steal again from me. So I'm going to cut off their access to me. But at the same time, I'm not going to spend days calling friends talking about, oh man, this person cheated me out of this person lied to me. You'll see, that's getting stuck in negativity. Yeah, you can call a friend, kind of address your frustrations, a friend that you can trust, address your frustrations. Yes, because what hurts, hurts. But make plans to know how to counteract that when that situation come around again, because negative people will be negative again. But what many people hear when we say be positive is being naive, be a pushover, be a footstool. It's like, no, no, no. Being positive means being wise, being smart, reacting correctly. Never let negativity stop you, but recognize that the negativity that happened was negative, and that person needs to be marked that they can potentially do that again. Right? That was just a side note. We're still talking about being thankful. Number 6, volunteer. If you want to get those Thanksgiving juices flowing, volunteer. Go do something for somebody less fortunate than you. Go and avail yourself. Give your time, give your money, give your skills and resources. Volunteer to help somebody less fortunate than you. Now, why is this important? If you made it all the way to this video, I have already said it in the beginning. Thanksgiving rinses your mind from whatever happened in the past, and it also cleans the slate from salivating and wanting to make the future happen faster than it should. If you listen to any motivational guru out there, any motivational speaker, one thing that they all push is one word: the process. The process. Thanksgiving gets you to a place where you're not trying to rush the process anymore. You're not trying to rush it. You may have hard moments, you may have many hard tests, but you're not trying to rush it, because you all know that it is making you, it is purifying you, and it's going to bring you forth as gold. That's scripture. But that's what Thanksgiving does. It allows you to be in that present moment and realize that there can be bad moments, but all of it is not bad. All right. Volunteer. This is one of the points that I written down. It says, in terms of volunteering, helping others not only brings a sense of satisfaction, but also reminds us how fortunate we are. Helping others not only brings a sense of satisfaction, but also reminds us how fortunate we are. And many of you out there who are hustling to get to whatever level, whatever income, whatever status, whatever image that you're trying to get to, you need to be reminded how fortunate you are. Not in the sense of, how people have this deserve thing, I deserve to be a millionaire. It's like, yeah, you deserve it if you make yourself worthy of it. Yeah, you deserve it. If you're willing to put in the hard work, yeah, you deserve it. If you're willing to go through the test and the trials and the making of a millionaire, yes, you deserve it. But we're not talking about that process. We're talking about the process of where you are, being fortunate for just where you are right now. Being fortunate for where you are right now. I commend every person who can be able to do what I'm doing, get behind this camera, and you're talking to the camera. There's nobody in the room but me. I'm creating this lesson. And like I said, I ain't written anything down here because I got it in my notes here. But to be able to be brave enough to put your thoughts to put your ideas out there into the web world, where you don't know what people are going to think about you. You don't know if people are going to like you. They're going to not like it. They're going to, whether they're going to get the lesson that you taught or not get it. It takes a lot of courage to be able to do this. But I do this as a service to maybe give the kind of information for somebody who's coming after me, or somebody may have gone ahead of me, but they didn't hear this. I try to keep teaching only because I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about there's somebody that needs to hear this, and I want to make myself available for you to hear it. Period. If anything comes of that, fine. If the only thing you get from this is that you hear this, we good. You can subscribe or don't subscribe. That's not my intention anymore. I found a love for being able to create these type of teachings and just put them out there and try to be there for people when they need me. I want to just be solid. I want to be here. So this is not about you subscribing to my channel or anything else. When you're ready, I'm here. If not, take the information, use it however you need to better your life. But nevertheless, this is always going to be the content of when you see the name Starsky Inspires. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to inspire you to better things. All right. You feeling me? You getting this friendship towards me? You getting it? Yeah. Yeah. You just go to me to do what you digging me. Okay. All right. Number 7, take time to reflect. This is what I mean when I say this. Pause and take time to reflect on the good things that have happened to you and the people that's in your life. Take time to reflect. This is how you become thankful. This is how you step into that power that's in Thanksgiving. Take time to reflect. Pause and reflect, and take the time to reflect on the good things that have happened to you and the people that's in your life. Many people, many successful people, we can look at any basketball player. Michael Jordan, considered the greatest basketball player that ever lived. But he had several people on his bench that made his moments big like they were, because they were the one that passed the ball, they were the one that played defense, they were the one that set the pick, they were the one that did the pick and roll, they were the one that helped to make that moment that you saw on the camera what it was. It wasn't just his talent, but it was also people who believed in his talent as a leader. You have to take time to reflect on good things and good people that's around you. You need to take time to see, like I could give you a little bit of my story. I can think of a time when I was completely homeless, living in my car in a Walmart parking lot. Uh, I would just walk around in the daytime trying to find a job, but it was hard because I didn't have a physical address. I would try to find a job, and at night you try to find the safest spots where you can see all points that you need to see, just in case somebody want to walk up on you. uh I know what that feels like to be completely homeless. I know what it feels like to be in that moment, and I also know what it feels like to come from that moment years later, and you own your own house. You've bought several cars, paid several cars off. You've taken trips. You've done a lot of things. So I take time to think, like, wow, look at where I came from and look at where I am right now. And not just that, uh, look at the people. Look at the love and support of the people that's around me. Because for a long time, I mean, I really didn't have a lot of friends. I really didn't have a lot of people that I call family for whatever trust reasons that I had, how you separate yourself, when you don't trust anybody, but I can remember a time when I didn't have any of that. But I'm so blessed that I'm surrounded by a lot of friends now. I'm surrounded by a lot of family now. You have to take time to reflect on that. See, just this picture of advice right here, number 7, taking time to reflect, will lower that impulse for arrogance that happens in people when they become successful. People will become successful and they will become a hot name or a hot ticket, and they got all their things going, and all of a sudden you feel like the world is privileged to be around you. You feel like, the sun comes up just specifically for you, and it's like you and whatever thought they gave you that is a liar. The sun comes up for all of us. There's oxygen on this planet for all of us, not just you. But sometimes we can get caught up in our orbit, so narcissistic almost. Just we don't even take time to reflect on the people that's breaking their humps to try to make life better for you. That's trying to help out with your vision and help out with the things that you're passionate about. We don't even give two rips a lot of times for that mama that went to every single game, every single function, for that dad that was there, that worked his butt off to provide and different things. We don't give a rip a lot of times for the people and the things that we have in our life. We only focus on, oh man, I didn't go viral on this social media platform, man. I want to go viral. It's like, going viral, yeah, you got your moment. But when you come down off of that cloud, who is going to be there to support you? Who is going to be your cheering section to actually authentically love you, to know you without the money, without the things, without the stuff? Who are the people that's going to be there? And if on your road to success, if you chase those people off, you better look at some of those behind the stories of some of these rock stars after they came down off their rockers high. You better look at their life. They burned a whole lot of bridges, and they barely have people around them that trust them, that love them, because they feel like if you're around me, it's your privilege, it's your honor. It's like, man, would you get over yourself, please? That's a person that has let go of Thanksgiving, being thankful. Number 8, practice acts of kindness. Doing something for someone else can bring you a sense of purpose, make others feel good, and ultimately make you appreciate the kindness of others more. Practice acts of kindness. Practice acts of kindness. Practice acts of kindness. It's funny how we would hear words like that, practice acts of kindness, and we think, oh man, that's too soft, man. That's too soft. That's too soft, man. It feels like you're trying to get me to be soft. Yeah, yeah. Because when you see a picture of a rose that has broke through concrete, the rose is obviously softer than the concrete. Water is obviously softer, but turned up to a certain temperature, the water can cut just like a laser. But the point of what I'm saying is, there really is no one way to success like you think. Sometimes you don't have to bust in and just command the room. I'm going to command them to see me. Sometimes it's some type of kindness that you can do that will get a person to see you and prefer you over somebody else. See, we all are so aggressive that we forget sometimes to listen. Practice kindness. Do something good for somebody, whether they do it back to you or not. Show love to somebody, whether you get that love back. Because just because you didn't get that love back from that person doesn't mean that love is not coming back. It may come back in a different form. It may come back in a different measure. You don't know. So you give love and understand that if that person don't reciprocate, it's okay. It's going to come back to me someday, one day, in a different measure and in a different way. But I got to practice kindness. I got to make it an intention, a deliberate act to be kind. I can't tell you how, as a truck driver, I deliver groceries. And I deliver groceries not to one of the elite grocery stores, but many times to the grocery stores that's for impoverished people, right? And it's funny how impoverished people can be some of the nastiest, rudest people. And it's like, how can you be this rude about something that costs $1.50? How can you be that rude? It's like you're fighting over this $1.50 thing as if it is worth $105,000. The way that you're fighting over, it's like it is just ridiculous to see how rude people get that has not much. And I say that respectfully. They don't have much, but I can be so rude. It's funny, whether you're poor, middle class, or whether you're rich or wealthy, if you don't practice these things, they don't naturally show up. Kindness would never naturally show up and knock on your door and say, hey, I'm going to work with you today. You have to intentionally, deliberately be that person. You have to do it. It's one of those things, like I said, I deliver to grocery stores. Whenever I go to the grocery stores, even though I don't feel like it, I always deliver the cart back to its proper place every single time because I'm thinking about the person at the end of the night or the middle of the day that maybe have to walk way out here to get it. So I just practice kindness just by taking my cart to its proper place. No big deal. It's nobody out there that's going to thank me, that's going to applaud, that's going to say, good job. I'm glad that, it's going to be none of that. But just the practice of doing it keeps my heart open, alert, observant for whenever kindness shows up, I would recognize it. How many of you out there recognize kindness? I'm talking about recognize it where you don't think somebody's being kind because they want something from you, or somebody's being kind because after they do what they're doing, they're going to throw you their elevator speech, or they're trying to get something from you. Our hearts have become so callous that even small kindnesses, we have this conspiracy mind towards. Isn't that funny? You didn't even know that this was gonna get psychological. I already tell you did not know this, but hey, I had to go there because I see it all the time. People who have forgotten about the power of just being thankful. The power of just being thankful. Number 9, we're wrapping up. So if you stay here this long, hey, listen, you can handle these next 2. We almost there. But I feel like you enjoying it if you're still here. You're going to get something out of it. So number 9, go outside. How to be thankful. This sounds too simple, right? Go outside. Here's what I wrote. Nature has a way of soothing our stresses and teaches us to appreciate the beauty in the world. Now, I found that definition from somewhere. I can't remember where I found it from. I found the definition somewhere, but I thought it was spot on about how I felt when I was coming up with these tips, when I was researching these tips. Take some time to go for a walk with your significant other or your kids or your dog or whatever. Go outside, take a walk. Look up at the stars, look up at the clouds, look at the trees, look at what I do is I people watch. Go and people watch. Just give yourself some time to be in that space where you realize the world is way bigger than you. Way bigger than you. The same moon, the same sun that you looking at, somebody in the same time zone, thousands and thousands of miles away, is looking at that same thing. Looking at the same thing. It makes you realize that the world is not just about just your efforts of success, but it's about billions and billions of other people's efforts towards success. And it soothes your stress. It makes you realize that, keep the main things, but certain things that you don't need to sweat, don't sweat. So I'm not saying don't sweat the small stuff, but I'm saying there are some things that you don't need to sweat. If you have already clocked out for the day, why in the world would you let your boss keep continue to stress you out when you already clocked out? You save that stress for when you're getting ready to go back, and but then even then, you find a way to deal with it correctly. You use that negative situation and find a way to be positive about it. Positive meaning that you don't let it stop your movement forward. That's positivity. It's your ability to keep moving forward. When you think about something like depression stops a person's momentum and causes them to focus and magnify things that's not even a thing. There's many people who have gave a face to fear that is not even a real face of fear. That's not even a real thing. But they're because their momentum has stopped, they believe that to be true because they don't have enough momentum to press past it to see that that's a part of it, but that's not all of it. Are you feeling me? Go outside. Go outside, walk around, go to the park, go do something else that allows you to get to a place where your heart is tender again to accept that word called thankful. Thankful. I wonder is there many of you out there who are crazy enough just to turn off the TV or turn down the TV doing commercials. Just sit in your chair and just for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, just name off some simple things that you're thankful for. I'm thankful that I have brown eyes. I'm thankful that I am uh, African American man. I'm thankful that I live in America. I'm thankful that I have long hair. I'm thankful that I have health and I have strength. I'm thankful that I still have the functions of my mind. I'm thankful that I still can see. I'm thankful that I still can talk. I'm thankful that I have the activity of my limbs, that I can walk, that my fingers work. I'm thankful for that. To just sit down and just name some simple things that you're thankful for. What is that doing? That is practicing. That is plowing up that hard stuff that's in you to get you to be tender again in the areas that you need to be tender. We go into the marketplace and we treat the whole landscape of the marketplace as if it's wartime all the time. And there's people in any armed forces, any branch of the armed forces will tell you, yeah, there's wartime and there's also peacetime. You'll have people in peacetime still acting like War is just around the corner. Even the fact of the matter is it could be, but nevertheless, that may not be the area or state you need to assume at that moment. When it's peacetime, take a breath and realize it's peacetime. All right. Take care of yourself. Number 10. Now we're getting into something that you didn't even think that was part of Thanksgiving. You didn't think it was a part of this, I know. But anyway, this is just my opinion of what, okay. Take care of yourself. Gratitude can be difficult to practice if you are not caring for your physical, mental, emotional health. Make sure to take care of yourself so that you can better appreciate and enjoy the good things in life. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. My heart always goes out for people who just didn't catch it in time. It's like you already have a stressful job. Then you had habits and different things that accentuate the stress. And then when you finally want to make this life change, now your health fails on you because of all the things that you did for years. And now the combination of that won't allow you to move around like you want to now because your health has now taken a downfall. So many great inventors, creators, innovators, millionaires are stifled, are stuck because that health has trapped them and they can't move. Everybody that's in the crazy house or insane asylum, excuse that word, it's just, yeah. Everybody that's in those facilities are not all batty like we think. Everybody is not schizophrenic like you think. There's great book writers, there's great innovators in these places, but their mental health won't allow them to put one thought together with another thought. And that pains me. My heart goes out to them because I know that whatever your health, your mental, your physical, and emotional health gets away from you, being thankful becomes a something that is very, very difficult. Very difficult. I have a sister of mine who was diagnosed with cancer, and I thank the Lord that it went into remission. She beat it. But during the times that she was going through chemo and she lost her hair and she was sick, she was strong in the beginning, but after such a time, it's hard to be thankful when you feel like you're trapped forever and you will never get out of it, that this would be a death sentence. It's difficult. Listen, we all have something to be thankful for. Out of all the things that you are creating on the internet, out of all the little cool little things that you do, let them see some kindness about you. Let them see something that touches their life. We need to spread Thanksgiving around so that people that can remember, look, we're not just working hard for the money. We're working hard to keep these sacred things also, to preserve them. Right? I'm gonna end like that because I know that's deep for many of you, but I'm gonna end like that. Very somber. I'm gonna end like that. So my name is Starsky Inspires. I'm talking about how to be more thankful. Hey, if you like this, hey, give a thumbs up. Write me a comment on how you're going to be thankful, or if this message touched you, put a 1 down in a the comments. Hey, like, subscribe if you want to. Hey, share it for somebody that needs this. But I'll catch you in my next episode. Until I talk to you again, hey, have a great moment. Practice kindness. See you.